Actually, okay. So to begin with, it's really nice to be able to talk to you, like, because of CNN I got this opportunity, and I really feel happy because
Okay, I'm not the MD. I'm just one of the guys who works here. I think you've mistaken me for somebody else. But I can introduce you to him.
no, but like since you are who you are, for that also,
This is very scary. I don't know if you're being sarcastic, you're putting me on a pedestal. Either way, it's bad.
No, but why is it
I'm
bad?
a communist when it comes to performances.
But for the work you've done, you
As a
are on a
communist,
pedestal.
yeah.
You are on a pedestal.
Just
So
another common entertainer. And India is filled with common entertainers, by the way.
So-
Everywhere you look, you shake a tree, entertainers fall out. Most of them common. It's true.
So you're being humble, is it?
No, God, no. I'm not humble from any angle. I'm full of myself. If you ask anyone around me.
Yeah.
But I hate sir, for example. I've been going around the last 2 years. This has been my crusade. Don't call me sir. Don't call anyone sir. Stop calling people sir. This sir thing has to end. We're egalitarian and we must remain egalitarian.
Right.
We're not really egalitarian, but we're trying to be egalitarian.
True.
So I was just telling one guy, his job is a uniform saaf safai guy. And he was, cleaning stuff, using sir, pair, uthao and all. And I said, don't call me sir. And I explained to him, the only difference is I'm earning a little more money than you, and not much from what I gather. So let's just end it, because earning potential has got nothing to do with sirship. This whole sirship, it's okay in, say, the military or the police, you can have the sir thing, but otherwise I think it's pointless.
Yeah.
Let's end it. We have fake respect going on in society which has to end now.
Yeah,
like
because-
uncle. Why do all kids say uncle? Especially to women, it's really rude. I don't understand this whole uncle phenomenon. Like, oh, we like each other. I mean, I hate children. When kids come and say uncle, I already don't like them. I just like animals. I'm one of those people who I just don't empathize well with children, except my
So
mom.
is this the same case with your own children?
No, my own children are fine. Because they're more like animals. So, that's not a problem. But I'm not like we have a kid in somebody's house in Alibag. And there's a young kid of the people who work there, and Kunal and my wife Aisha, and they look at the kid and they all go, wow, so sweet, the way I am with puppies. And it's so funny because the three of us sitting and I have no reaction. And so Kunal goes, Kasakai, Kaigala, and then my wife says something, kuchu, and I'm like, can't wait for the child to pass. It's terrible. What to do?
Why do you have like
Child aversion. I've never had strong feelings towards young kids. I'm okay with kids. Once they talk, I'm okay. But then they're just like really short people. And then they're fine because they express themselves. But I can't get the whole staring at you and crying, staring at you and laughing, staring at you, something staring at without blinking. I find that very aggressive.
Did you even help your wife when you were pregnant?
I did help. Without me, there wouldn't have been a pregnancy. I did my part.
No, but like
My
afterwards.
role was very clear.
Afterwards.
After that also I washed up and everything. I did everything I could. No, listen, we are modern day parents, whether we like it or not. It's not like the old days.
You have
Father
to do
has
it.
to do more. It's not just about diapers and cleaning and all that. I mean, thinking about all the things I've done, I have read Thomas the Tank Engine 800 times in one night, for example. I was just going mad because my son would just go, again. He just, finish the book, and as we finish the book, I'd be, and Tommy went home happily. I'm just waiting for him to not say again, but it would come again. Paralyze you with fear.
Yeah.
Oh, there are many
Perks
more.
of being a father.
Yeah, I don't know. It just happened so fast. I wish I had, gone a little slower, but boom, no. But I'm an animal person. I love dogs and cats, and I spend I'm 47, but nothing has changed since childhood. I stop everywhere to play with strays and cats, and they make me the
So
happiest.
you thought
I
adolescence
feel
is the best time, no?
Sorry?
You said adolescence is the best time. In one of your interviews.
Yeah, but I might have lied. I might have been young then. It is. So I think what we don't realize, what's waiting for us is that I think kids feel pressure from exams and things like that, not knowing that every year is worse. That's the bad news. This is actually really bad to follow. So in many cases, you've got to cling to your youth, and adolescence was lovely. That area where you're going from innocence to non-innocence, just that period is the best.
And also, I don't know, like, even when you're in comic field and when you, like, since you're a comedian, so you have to be like young at heart, so is it?
I don't know. See, I'm an accidental comedian, not like the Prime Minister. And I'm not talking about the present one or the last one. So for me, I was just trying to be an actor actually, or I was trying to do plays and stuff. I was working in advertising. So I didn't take, the money was supposed to come from advertising. That didn't happen. But so for me, it was all accidental. If I was born in this generation, then perhaps if you want to be a comedian now, people actually, I can't believe people say things like, hi, what's your name? I'm Sahil. What do you do? I'm a comedian. I'm like, yeah, okay, is that a joke? Because then it sounds funny, but it just doesn't sound real. Because I come from a generation where you have to say I'm a banker, I'm a lawyer, I'm an engineer,
Right.
or my father's really rich, so I'll be the CEO of the company by the time I'm 19. But nobody ever said things like comedian or even singer.
Because with
It just
stand-up
for middle
comedy.
class India, it just didn't sound right in the 80s and 90s. Yeah, but now with stand-up
of the
comedy
stand-up,
and they make small names for themselves slowly and become more and more famous. And there's a whole circuit. It's like a tennis circuit or something. The comedy circuit, the tennis circuit is
Right,
funnier
right.
if you follow that. Yeah, so that thing is out there. So I don't know what would have happened if I was born 15 years later. I'd have been damn tough.
Since we are talking about the profession, so we've already we've seen you on big screen, on small screen, always working in front of the screen. So what took that that took a backseat, and now you're working for a niche audience, like in podcasts.
I'm only working for niche audiences. That's the work I've got. I'm very happy to work on big screen, middle screen, wherever. If I get the work, I'll do it. Listen, nobody's my choice stuck in the dustbin of news television. You're doing that because there's no other work available. But to pay bills, regular work is regular work.
Right.
So you've got to just remember that. A lot of people out there, you'll see them on page 3, page 5, page 7 with lots of nice clothes, but they don't have regular work. They're really struggling. If you have some regular work, you'll still be able to at least watch Netflix and be able to lift material from other cultures like Korean, Cuban, and now I'm into Italian films. So yeah.
So you'll be happy to work if offer comes to you.
100%.
Okay.
If you get work, there's so much. We've got cinema, we've got parallel cinema, there's
Right.
Netflixy cinema, we've got digital cinema, we've got digital stand-up comedy, we've got events, we've got radio, we've got podcasts which I've started doing, we've got
Right.
this show, TV, general Janta TV as well as non-Janta TV. Although now the lines are blurred because thanks to people like Arnab Goswami, you can't tell what's what. That's far more entertaining than some of the Saas Bahu serials. Are they Saas Bahu serials? I don't even know anymore.
Right.
There must be Saas at least, if not Bahu.
So you're talking about podcasts now. So I saw I even heard your podcast. So I wanted to know what kind of industry is it, because since it's just come and it's trying to maintain its
So I think
position there. So what is its future?
Yeah,
for it?
my producer, Mr. Amit Doshi, he's using me as a guinea pig. Nobody knows. We're like first generation of podcasters in India.
Right.
So we just he kept saying that don't worry, numbers aayega. We're waiting, we'll see. He promises me I'll be a millionaire by the time I'm 50. Not to worry, thanks to the podcast.
But
And I'm not drinking alcohol anymore. So I still believe him. It's wonderful. So I do take a lot of drugs.
Yeah.
Not narcotics, but vitamin C, D. This is not a joke. That's real comedy out there. How medical institutions or stuff on the internet can tell you, yo, hair falling, take vitamin D twice a day. One in the mouth, one somewhere else. Boom, you're fine.
Right.
Kind of thing.
But when you say drugs, so our generation is always like narcotics, is it?
My generation grew up all about income tax, middle
Yeah.
class India. So even drugs, my dad would say, that's fine. Morality not an issue. Are you getting a receipt? Just like that. So our whole lifestyle was a little different than it is now.
So you think a podcast has a bright future, or like your
I don't know.
producer
I
says?
can't even. I really, you're asking the wrong person. I just do whatever job I get and go to the next one. I don't have vision or a 5-year plan or anything like that. I wish I did sometimes. But a lot of other people, the visionaries in the field around me, I listen to what they say, and I hope that one of them, is telling the truth or can guess correctly.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So talking about writing and all. So you wrote 2 books.
4.
So, oh
2 people read.
no, that's not true.
It's true. Okay, nobody read any, but I wrote 4.
Okay, I know about 2, like Kal or Raj.
Kal, Aaj aur Kal.
Right.
Oh God, Netagiri was the last one.
And then also
Average
Aam
Indian
Aadmi.
male.
Aam Aadmi.
The
Indian
average,
male.
average Indian male, there's
Indian-
one more.
Indian
I
male.
can't remember, but there are 4.
So the topics that you choose are very common.
The last one is 23.5 ways to put our girl. Sorry, yeah.
Oh, so the topics, they are just there, but nobody really touches them, like the common Indian man, and then.
No, that I've done a little stand-up in my time about that because I hate Indian males. I hate a lot of things. I'm filled with hatred. I'm in the right country. And Indian males, I can't. There's so just to top of my head. Everything we do is wrong. For example, if you watch married couples, the man always walks ahead. I don't know why they do that. He never opens the door. He's never. There's no care in the relationship ever from the male side, and that's symptomatic of the way Indians are. It's not that they don't love their wives. They just understand that they need to care and show.
Right.
And demonstrate that care.
Showing is
and to put somebody on a pedestal or above yourself sometimes. And if that doesn't happen, it's just downhill from the time you're born. You think the sun shines out of your ass before you know it. Without knowing it, you become this kind of self-centered mutt. And then there's no hope after that, because then how do you empathize with anyone? Look at me, I hate kids. It's all because of that. So there's so many things. You stand in the urinal, they always come and stand next to you. Everywhere, whether it's in the airport where they're slightly upmarket people, or whether it's I hate men more than I hate kids.
Okay.
That's saying something.
You being of the same breed.
Yeah, but that's okay. What can you do? It's like that you're born into it. You may be born a Brahmin, but you may hate Brahminism.
Right.
In fact, that happens quite often. You just reject that. I reject it.
Okay.
I refuse to be a man.
So like,
I find no good quality in manliness.
or maybe you can promote some.
Mm-hmm. No, I just think that if I had to, I'd go with the female gender. All the qualities are there. The male gender almost gives you nothing, absolutely nothing.
Rather than promoting, nice nature, this and that, so you'd rather take the female gender.
Well, your phrasing is a little rude, but yes, that's what I'm going to say.
Okay, so when I was talking about the topics, so how come you decided on those topics and out of everything in the world?
Well, the three were with Random House, so they sort of decided it with me. And if you met Millie from Random House, she's a little. I wouldn't use the word fascist, that's taking it too far, but somewhere between Fidel Castro and Mamata Banerjee she falls. So you sort of have to take her diktat seriously and then go ahead with that.
Okay.
Lovely lady though, with a typical name from North India like Millie.
Okay, but are there are you writing more books? Are there any projects?
The only problem is that it takes a long time to do,
Right.
and then nobody reads it, and it's a lot of suffering for nothing. I'd rather start a religion if I had to suffer. I think I'll leave behind much more of a legacy, followers. People will have my portrait everywhere. They'll say my name and pray before they start big projects. I feel that's more me.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know, maybe one day. But right now I'm in the phase where I have to earn money. So next 5 years I earn money. I earn enough money that I can stop being a communist and I can move on.
Then you'll do the religion thing.
Then I'll try and start my own cult, yeah. It's not working so far, I've got to tell you. But
Okay.
I'll have to bring back Indian men, children, because I can't have people outside the cult. I have to allow everybody in.
Yeah.
It's not going to be easy otherwise.
Right. So also you grill politicians at the podcast and at this show that you do, TWTW, right? But then do you think that it brings a lot of problems? And does the show also go through censorship?
We try
How is the scene like?
We try to talk to politicians who are a little bit more. Well, some of the younger ones really have a sense of humor, like Bollywood and also it's a little easier with them. I think a big problem we have with influential people, you do anything grilling or otherwise, is their chamchas. In India, we have a disease called psychophancy, where basically just chelagiri, as we better word to use in India. The chelagiri is just unbelievable. It's just all over the place. And those are the dangers because the guy himself is not so much bothered, but his seventh chamcha from the right at the back row will go crazy and want to have you shot or arrested or file a case or whatever. So we have to be a little careful of that. But I don't know why this psychophancy is not stopping. It's sad. But then I know why. Because every time I'm driving and I see a minister passing in 32 cars, 17 bodyguards, why do we need to do all this rubbish?
Mm-hmm.
All influential people have to have 3 bodyguards when they enter a restaurant. I would be so embarrassed I'd have the bodyguard shoot myself. Because everybody's staring at you, you've got these strange men. Why do people have bodyguards? If your life's in danger, just stay at home.
See, now I feel that this is you being humble now. Because all influential people, it's like they have to have that.
Why? It's just
Good
stupid.
question. I wish
No,
I
they
could
don't
ask
have
them.
to have that. Rubbish. Why do our ministers need to have 70,000 people before and after them just using up the taxpayers' money?
Right.
And in Mumbai, nobody knows who the minister is.
True.
That day, we had the president of Greece, whoever was down, and they stopped us at Valkeshwar. It was a holiday. It was a public holiday. I was with my daughter and dog in the car. For 45 minutes, they held us. And I asked the cop, I said, but कौन है? They said, वो नेता आ गया कहाँ से? So I said, कहाँ से आ गया? पता नहीं. So then I found out from our news bureau. So I told him वो Greece से आ गया. So हाँ Greece आ गया. So I said, आप उसका नाम मालूम है आपको? नाम क्या है? Rank क्या है? नहीं कुछ नहीं. So I'm thinking he's going to die. He signed there with his gun and all in the service of this great Mahan leader. But he doesn't know who the leader is.
But
what an irony. He has no idea who he's defending, but he will die if a terrorist attack happened or something for this leader who he doesn't know.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
But are you afraid of all the the things that you do? Like, you might get backlash for it or is it?
We apologize
mushkil?
before and after the program. What else can we do? Otherwise, at an event, I apologize before and after the event. And because why the whole idea is we don't take us serious. We're just having a little fun. And without little fun, what else is there to do? But having said that, we have apologized. I always apologize. I never argue a point because taking offense is someone's birthright. You can't stop that, and I can't say that because I'm not offended by such a remark. You can be. People are different. So I don't have an ego issue about this particular thing. I have on other things like bathing in public. But here I'm very careful. I just say sorry. I've told the team also just apologize. When we shoot Bakra, a candid camera show, and people get offended or irritated, we always apologize and stay on the back foot.
Right.
Even if they're being aggressive, we never became aggressive back. There's no point doing it that way. And then people do cool down.
Okay.
In most cases, it's been okay.
Okay. So
I'm used to saying sorry because I'm me. I've been saying sorry since I was born. My parents would be said sorry for me, and then after that.
Right. So I have a few, names, as in the famous characters
Okay.
of the Bollywood films, and then you have to associate a politician with it.
Okay.
Can we do it?
You okay?
So Jai Viru of politics.
Yeah, we know politics. That is we do. Akhilesh and Mayawati. Because they've
Yeah,
formed
coalition.
Mahabharatan
Right.
top lead pair. But I won't see them on a motorcycle. Although he's got a cycle. They're famous for their cycle. And she's got an elephant, so that, they're working.
They'll collaborate, yeah.
The cycle on the elephant and then cycle.
Okay. Gabbar.
Well, must be hated by the others. I suppose Arvind Kejriwal will be like Gabbar because
Okay.
but he's disliked by most others. Congress now has sort of rejected him as well.
But
So-
the portrayal will not be the same.
But it's not a portrayal of being overtly loud Gabbar. It's about where he stands.
Right.
Unfortunately, he stands isolated.
Right.
A bit like Gabbar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thakur.
Oops. Got to remove body parts and all that. It's not going to be fun. So, someone who's suffering. Can I have Kejriwal again?
Okay.
I have to give him 2 years. I can't think of anyone else who's suffering. Because the poor chap is fighting against the system, fighting against people,
Right.
and they're all against him. The center controls everything and gives him the 30% power. Yeah.
Mogambo.
Bamboo Kushwa. Maybe the Prime Minister to some extent.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I.
Because he makes all this rhetoric, which sounds like Mogambo Kushwa.
And also,
Yeah.
the grandeur. and Right. Okay. Raju Guide.
Raju, you're ready to know my generation. You wanna know who's designed these questions? Do you even know these films?
Yeah, I've kind of watched all.
You kind of watched.
Some. Okay, not all. Some.
Name 2 Devanand films.
Not okay. Okay, we'll
How
change
sweet
it.
of you. It's almost insulting that you decided to bring back
No,
memories
because
of the
these are-
movies from the 60s and 70s.
No.
Okay,
It's
fine.
only because of they were the characters, that are.
They're iconic characters. I accept. I apologize.
No.
I'm an Indian male. I always say the wrong thing. I'm sorry. Raju guide in Indian politics would be sort of helping people along.
Right.
So we'll have to go with Amit Shah. Yeah, because he's the guide of the BJP in a sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so
With
that's
all
what
this
we
tough to find a guide. I'm just trying to think because the old guard is still there, but how much power do they have? I mean, they're given power, but it's not one person. The centrist sort of Raju guide position would be Amit Shah.
Okay, but since you've done DJing, you've done anchoring, you've done acting, you've done podcasting, I don't know what is left. Is there anything left?
Money. Just by doing different things, nothing happens. I feel like I'm the Kejriwal of comedy. I mean, no one's they're stifling me. I need to find other things to do. So I just need something to really work and make a lot of money or inherit. I'm very happy with inheritance.
Okay,
So if
so
there's
free
anyone
money
out there who
coming
wants
in.
to do, yeah, I'm very glad.
Right, you don't really have to do it.
I will accept. I will make the speech. I will cut the ribbon. I'm keen on all those things.
Okay, so we'll promote that for you.
Please.
So it was really nice to talk to Mr. Cyrus Broacha and listening to his political views. Of course, he said he's a communist and he wants money. So, but I think he's making a lot. But anyways, that's beyond the point. But yeah, it was really nice to talk to you. Thank you.